Okay. So, do you have about 30 minutes for present and maybe 50 minutes for Q&A?
Okay, sure.
Okay. Thank you.
One
Thank you so
second.
much.
No problem. I'm going to share my screen right now. Give me Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Right. Okay. Sawadee krap. My name is Sanjit Arun, and I'm from India. So I've completed my education as a computer science engineer, and my field of expertise is cybersecurity. So I'm an ethical hacker, and I work for this company as a software engineer and also an ethical hacker and information security analyst. My certification is Offensive Security Certified Professional. It's a certification with which you try to learn about ethical hacking skills, and so that's my certification. And today I've been given this opportunity by Mr. Chakri to talk about cybersecurity. And so give me 1 second, just quickly. Right. So the first thing, what is cybersecurity? So cybersecurity, I mean, like this is something I've written for you guys to take notes or, but I'll just tell you in my words, okay? So in short, cybersecurity is something that we are like the police force. Everything is connected in this world. Like everything is connected. Like let's say airports, coffee shops, mall, let's say office, petrol bunks, everything. Like everything is connected using network. There's a lot of servers involved, a lot of computers involved. Even your phone is a computer. Your phone, iPad, everything is a computer nowadays. So you are constantly talking to the world. You're sending messages, you're sending lots of data, you're taking pictures, posting it online. You have Facebook account, X account, a lot of accounts, right? So what happens is that when one of these platform has been attacked, that's when cybersecurity comes. So cybersecurity is nothing but the way by which you protect, you safeguard your clients or you safeguard your assets to make sure that no data is being exfiltrated. So that's what is called cybersecurity. So there's many way to to do cybersecurity. Like one is you can have firewalls, you can have antiviruses, lots of stuff. So just letting you know that this is just cybersecurity in general. And moving on to the next slide, I would like to explain to you why do we need to learn cybersecurity? Why? Why do we need to learn cybersecurity? Okay, this is very important. Let's say you have a home network and you have like you have your home and there is 3 computers in your home, and then you have your smart TV. You have bunch of phones, like 4 or 5 phones in your home, and all of these are connected to your Wi-Fi, right? Let's say somehow somebody attacks your network and they got connected to your device. Okay, so how do you protect? So what you do is you first use a firewall. Firewall will be there to make sure that no other external people are getting into your network. And also you make sure that none of the other assets like are being exposed online. See, think of your network as a house. Okay, in your house, you want your family to be there, you want your friends to be there, you want your relatives to be there, right? You don't want any third person or fourth person or somebody else, a stranger, walking into your home, and using your things, right? The same thing with cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is that you have a digital asset, a digital world, where you don't want anybody else to come and steal your data. Okay, so the course or what we do to study to protect our digital assets, it's called cybersecurity. So the reason we need to learn cybersecurity is because that's the only way we can protect ourselves, our digital assets, and we can protect our clients. Okay, so that's all about cybersecurity. That's why we need to learn cybersecurity. Now moving on to the next slide. So what is a cyber attack? So cyber attack is nothing but, like I told you, you have some assets, like you have your office computer, and the office computer is connected to few other, laptops, let's say a server room, etc. Right? So now what happens is one of your employee is browsing the internet and he got an email. He or she, they received an email, and the email says, you won 5,000 baht. Click on this link and you could win the money. So if someone is not smart enough, and if they're innocent or if they're naive, what they do is they go ahead and click on that link. What happens when you click on the link, depending on what kind of attack lies behind, the attack will happen. Okay, so this is the reason people say that do not trust any links. Don't click on anything in your email. If you only know that this is coming from a secured network or a secured person or a person open the email. So say, for example, there's this, like I know Chakri knows me, okay. There's a friend of mine. He found out Chakri's email and he sends an email to him saying that, hey, I'm Sanjit's friend, and I would like to speak to you. But before I speak to you, can you please open this link? And Chakri thinks, okay, yeah, this is Sanjit's friend, right? Let me just go ahead and open this link. So he clicks on that link. What happens? The attack happens. So the attack can be of many types. The attack can be harming your computer. Probably it can encrypt your data, or probably it just crashes your computer, or probably it is just hiding in your computer and it's recording your data. There's many types. Cyber attack has many different ways of attacking your system, or system in the sense anything. I will show you some types of that. Okay, so that's what cyber attack is. Cyber attack is nothing but when someone launches an attack, not physical attack. I'm talking about launch attack in the digital world, in the network world, right? That's what you call a cyber attack. We live in a cyber world. I mean, like the world we live in, right? I'm not talking about the physical world. No, the way we are talking in Zoom, right? This is now a network. So in this network, we're in a cyber network now. When someone attacks this network, that's when we call a cyber attack. Now, how they're going to attack, which way they're going to attack, what kind of attack they're doing, it depends. Okay, there are many different ways. So which I will show you in a few minutes. Before that, let me show you a picture that will help you understand a little bit. Okay. So as you can see here, in the middle, there is cybersecurity, and throughout on the sides, there's many sectors of what we use in this world. Okay. So on the top, I'm coming from the top, that is nuclear power plant. And then we have thermal power plant. And then we have hydraulic power generation, solar power, office, residential users, industrial users, etc. What I'm showing here is all these industries, they use computers. Nuclear power plants, they use computers. They use computers to check if the radioactivity level is going up or not. If the fuel rods do they need to have enough fuel? Banks, you do bank transaction. Sometimes you scan QR code and you send money online. I think nowadays nobody's taking time to use physical money. The cash, the physical money, nobody uses that. So people are so lazy. To be honest, people are so lazy and they try to do everything fast. So what they do is they go online and they start money transferring online. It's good. You need to use this digital world. It's good, but you need to use safely. There's difference. If you're using a computer, it's fine. You cannot be using a public computer. Let's say you go to an airport and there's a computer in the airport, right? You could browse online. You could not just go on that computer and start transferring your money to your family from that computer, because you don't know that computer. You don't know what's inside the computer. You don't know if the computer is recording your activities. You know nothing, right? So this is how people make mistakes. So people make the silly mistakes, and those silly mistakes, it costs a lot. And since we are dealing with lots and lots of network in our society, we must be very careful. So cyber attack can happen in any of these sectors. As you can see, industrial users, home users, office users, power plants. An attack can happen anywhere, and we'll have to be secure. Okay, so that's where cybersecurity comes. My specialty and my expertise to make sure that when a client comes to me, I make sure that the client assets are secure. So sometimes they come and say to me, Sanjit, I have this website and I need you to check if the website is secure. And I said, okay, give me like 2 weeks time. And I run some scans. I do some manual checks. I check if the website is okay. That's just one part. Website is one part. There is websites, there's mobile apps, there is, softwares. There's a lot of things, right? So to secure all these things, you need a team. One person can do. So I can support, like, let's say if I'm working for Chakri, right? I can secure Chakri's website. And if Chakri has a mobile app, I could secure that. What if there are too many mobile apps and there are too many websites? So this is why we need a team. A team can, a team who's expert in encryption, decryption, expert in decoding malwares, etc. Right? So you could use all those, team power to help give cybersecurity. Okay. Now, moving on to the next slide. Okay. So I was telling you that we have lots of cyber attacks, right? And some of the cyber attacks here that I've listed, just a few. I'm not giving all the cyber attacks. There are too many. So some of them are malware attack, ransomware attack, DDos attack, botnet attack, and insider threat. I'll explain to you each one of them one by one, okay? And I'll explain to you what kind of attacks are these, how they work, what they did in real life. I have some examples. So when this attack happens, what happens to a computer and everything? I'll tell you one thing, cyber attack has gone to a level where it can even hurt a human being. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you towards the end. Let me explain to you all these attacks first, and I'll tell you the latest attacks. Okay. So the first one is malware attack. Okay. So malware is nothing but malicious software. Okay. So it's very simple. Let's say there's a software, and we all use Line, right? We all use Line, and there's the desktop version and the phone version, like the iOS version and the Android version. And there's also the desktop version. You double click on Line, you go to the Line website, you download the software, you double click on it, it installs, and you start chatting, messaging, doing video calls, right? What if I hack Line website and I put a software, it looks like Line, okay, but it's not Line. It looks like Line. And every time any user in this world, they click on the software and they download it, it installs Line. But when it installs Line, it does something else. What it does, maybe it's kind of recording your keystrokes. Keystrokes means whatever you type on your keyboard, right? It records everything. Like if I'm typing, how are you? HOW space ARE space YOU question mark. It records everything. What it records and it sends to me. I'm sitting somewhere. I'm sitting in India and you are in Thailand. So if I do that, if I upload that to Line website, if I attack Line website, everything looks same, everything looks normal, and you have no idea what's going on. You're innocent. You go to Line website, you download the software, double click on it, and you start chatting. But when you start chatting, right, I'm reading everything, what you type and everything. Sometimes what we do is we type our passwords, we type our banking information, everything into the chat. So if I'm recording the chat, then I know many things about you. I know your date of birth. I know who you are, where you live, what's your address and everything. I get all this information and then I start attacking. That's it. And you have no idea, because of these malwares, right? People have lost millions and billions of money. Nowadays, hackers are so smart that you cannot even know that this software is infected. So anything can be attacked. Anything can be attacked. So this is why we need to have secure coding. When a programmer is doing a coding, right? Like let's say you're making a website, you must be very smart. You must think smart and you must code securely. If you don't code securely and you launch the website or you launch a software, then if I'm an attacker, I can find the weakness in that particular app or software, and I could do it, and I could do harm against you. And you might ask why I need to do harm. Two reasons: for fun or for money. Some people do it for fun. Some people, just they like suffering when somebody says, for example, if I let's say if I crash your computer, if I steal your data, right? And I feel big and I feel so happy. Hey, I did it, Some people do it for fun. Some people do it for money. How, for example, let's say Line has a competitor. For example, there's another company which doesn't like Line, and they hire a hacker, okay? And they say, hey, okay, monitor this company, line.com, and do some damage. When you do the damage, the customers will be worried. Oh, okay, I don't want to use Line anymore. I don't want to use Line. Let me go, use another software. So they will go and use something else. Okay. So there are people who hire hackers to do all these stuff. And since this is so bad, we have to make sure that we keep everything secure and everything strong. One of the most important malware is called ransomware. Okay, I'll tell you what ransomware is in the next slide. That is very dangerous. It's too how to say. I'll tell you about it, but it's the ransomware is a software issue, or it's an attack that was based on a real life. Okay, so moving on to the next slide, we have ransomware attack. So I'll tell you what ransomware is. Ransom means RANSOM. Ransom means like you, for example, you have your brother. Okay, you have your small brother. He's going to school every day. Okay, you drop him to school, and when you drop him, he walks straight into the school and he goes inside. And when you pick him up late. So what he does is, he's waiting outside in the school, and he's waiting for you. Where are you? Where are you? Like that. I keep watching him. Okay, I keep watching him every day. I keep watching him. One day I think, okay, let me kidnap him. Let me kidnap your brother, and I will kidnap him. I'll call you, and I'll extort money from you. Okay, this happened in real life. This has happened in many parts of the world. So what I do is I kidnap your brother. Okay, I take him to my home, and I ask him to call your brother. Okay, and I tell him, hey, I have your brother with me. If you want him be safe, give me like $10 million or give me like $5 million. And if you don't give me, I'll do something bad. This is what I do. This happens in real life, right? The same thing that happens in digital world, it's called ransomware. So what I do is I hack your computer, I encrypt your data. So once I'm inside your computer, right, I encrypt all your files, which means let's say if your file has something called ABCD, right? I change it to plus minus plus minus. You cannot read plus minus, right? So I change ABC to plus minus. What I did was I encrypted your data. So if you want to decrypt, you have to come to me. And if you want to come to me, then I'll charge money. I'll say, hey, give me this, $1 million or $2 million. Now, two things will happen. If you're ready to pay money to me, and when you paid money to me, I can, decrypt it. For example, if I don't want to do it, and I'm really, really bad, I can take the money and I will not decrypt it. Two things can happen. So what people will do is they will go to cybersecurity officers, cybersecurity team, and they'll say, hey, my computer got hacked. Can you please help me? And it will take months, and sometimes it may take like 3 or 4 or 5 months, probably a year, because we don't know what kind of encryption was used. So you have to think in the reverse way. That's called reverse engineering. You use reverse engineering to decrypt those data. Okay, and one of these examples is I've written here. There was a famous ransomware. It was called WannaCry. WannaCry means like you cry. Okay, it's WannaCry. Basically, what it does is it was targeting all hospitals in the UK, and you see how evil they are. They were hurting all innocent people who are in the hospital, people who are sick, people who are having health issues, people who are having, let's say, serious problems in life, they are in the hospital, right? So if you go and attack those hospitals, what happened? If I erase the data, if I erase your computer, what happened? You cannot do anything. You cannot see, like, what the patient's record, what the patient's history was, what kind of issues the patient had. Did the patient take medicine on last week? If I erase everything, what will happen, right? So this WannaCry was attacking all those hospitals in UK. So finally, they had to pay $111 million to those guys, to those attackers, and they reversed it. So this was one of the biggest in the history. And then the same thing happened for Royal Mail. Royal Mail is a postage company in the UK. So I don't know what we have in Thailand. I think we have Royal Thai Mail. I don't know. So Royal Mail in UK is the one that takes care of all the postal facilities, like when you send letters, greeting cards, when the couriers come in, when you send packages and everything. Royal Mail takes care. Okay, so Royal Mail was hit by this ransomware, and those hackers said that, hey, give me $80 million. So what these guys did, they couldn't pay $80 million because they were not rich, right? So what they did was they paid $13 million to the cybersecurity officers to reverse that attack. And this happened. So what I'm saying is one small mistake, when you make a mistake in your coding, or when you don't follow proper secure coding practices, someone will attack your computer or your server, and then you'll end up being a victim. You see, like, one computer was connected to all the computers, so the entire UK hospitals were being affected by that ransomware. It's not about one computer. I mean, like, when everything's connected, the attack can be serious. And trust me, when this attack happens, right, it doesn't happen first here, then another computer, then another computer. No, it doesn't happen like that. It happens everywhere at the same time. So that is the biggest problem. You cannot control it. So the only way to control is to, have proper cybersecurity practices and, be secure. So this is ransomware attack, okay? And the next was DDoS. Now, DDoS is nothing but, it's called distributed denial of service, DOS, denial of service, DOS. So the word DDoS means distributed. Distributed denial of service is basically, so I'll tell you what DOS is, okay? DOS, denial of service is, for example, I go to, let's say I have an account with Kasikorn Bank, okay? I log into Kasikorn Bank account, and I click on one link, and I ask them to show my balance in my account, okay? I click on it, it doesn't work. I click on it, doesn't work. So what's happening? The service that Kasikorn Bank is giving me is being denied. That's called denial of service. Who's doing that? Not Kasikorn Bank, not you, but somebody else. How they do is they send random packets. They send empty packets. Packet means like data. They send empty data from thousands of computers. Let's say like 1 million computers from all over the world, okay? And they send at the same time, same speed to Kasikorn Bank server. So what happens? Kasikorn Bank will not be able to control that. Okay, so when it cannot control that, it will crash. When it crashes, you cannot go online. I mean, you cannot go to Kasikorn Bank. Let's say you want to transfer some money to your family members, and you go to Kasikorn Bank account, and you want to transfer money and you cannot do it. You're trying your mobile app, it's not working. You're trying computer, it's not working. So why it was not working? Because somebody was sending packets, like randomly they're sending packets from computers, and this way, what happens? Kasikorn Bank was not ready to handle all those requests and crashed. So this is called DDoS attack. This is equally dangerous as well. How they do is they rent servers. For example, nowadays we have lots of company that gives you servers. So they give all the servers. 1 second, please. 1 second. Yeah, so they give so there's way to rent all these servers, right? They rent these servers, and after renting these servers, they use programs that will send signals from all those computers to one target. So basically, the attack will not come from one computer. The attack will come from thousands of computers to one target. So this is what happens, when a DDoS attack begins. So you won't believe this. I think in the year 2023, yeah, last year, the first half, I mean, from January to June of 2023, 31% attack was due to DDoS. And they were attacking, people were attacking government buildings or government servers. They attacked, like hospitals. They attacked nuclear power plants. Like anything is important for the country, they attack. So, this is what called DDoS attacks. Basically, the attack will, deny the service what you want to do. Moving on to the next slide. Wait a second. We have Botnet Attack. So remember I was talking about DDoS attack? Botnet attack is same. The only difference is Botnet is automated. Like, I don't have to attack myself. I start the program and the program will contact another program, like all the computers, and all the computers will do certain things. Maybe it's going to be launching a DDoS attack. Maybe it's launching some ad campaigns. Sometimes when you watch movie online, right? When you go online and you watch movies, those websites, they have ads. So ads is a way by which you support revenue. I mean, like sometimes if a website has to earn money and they provide a free service to the users, they use ads. So when you have ads, that way, by taking ad, the website will get money from the ad, and they provide free service for you. That's what YouTube is doing. YouTube, used to give free videos, right? I mean, YouTube is not, it's free. But now, since I think the last 3 or 4 years, YouTube is now charging money from you. I mean, they are requesting money. If you don't want to see ads, you buy subscription. So ads the way by which, you earn money. What if the ads are being too much? What if there are like 10 ads per second, like ad. Like, you watch a video or you go to a website and there's too much of ads coming up. So all these happens because of botnet. Botnet is nothing but a bot that's connected to a network. It's called botnet. And all these bots, they send ads or they send requests or they do a lot of other malicious or evil activities, to destroy, a company's reputation. So that's what is called a botnet attack. And so the famous botnet was called MERIS, MERIS, and this was discovered in 2021. And yeah, this used to be one of the biggest. They had about 250,000 bots. So as you can see here, 250,000 bots, it means 250,000 computers all over the world doing one evil thing. Imagine, what kind of world we're living in. We have to be very, very secure. You cannot be just going to a public computer and, going to your bank account and typing your personal details. No, never do that. Okay, so the next one is insider threat. This is the last one. So insider threat means, so we spoke about computers, we spoke about viruses, malwares, ransomwares, all the attack, right? Now, how is this possible? How this happens? There is one of the important attack we all don't see is human. We are the biggest mistake. Human is the biggest mistake, to be honest. I'll tell you why. So there's this big company, okay? For example, you're working for Chakri company, right? Chakri has 50 employees. One employee doesn't like Chakri. Okay, he doesn't like Chakri, the way he's doing. He doesn't like the salary he's paying. He wants to do something bad. So he cannot go and hit Chakri. No, he cannot do that. What he wants to do is he wants to sell some data from inside and he wants to sell it outside. So I'm a hacker and I somehow make friend with him, and I say, hey, is everything okay in a company? He says yes. No, it's not okay. My boss Chakri is not good, like he's doing this. So what I do is I know, so okay, this guy has he has problems with his boss. So I could keep on talking to him. I could get some information from him. So can you tell me how many computers you have? Then he knows about he knows he works for the company, right? So he can tell me everything. So we have one firewall, we have 10 computers, and this is the username, this is the password. He gives all the information to me. I don't do anything. I get all the information from him, from a human being, from a man or from a woman. I get all the information from him. I go back to my home or to my place wherever the computer is, and I start attacking. Or maybe I sell this to somebody else. This is what's called insider threat. So insider threat is nothing but a human person a human who is doing negative activities against your company and selling your data, selling or showing all the important stuff about your network, giving all the details about network, and that way it makes my job easy for a hacker to go into your network without going into your company physically and destroying or maybe doing some bad things. And this is one of the important things. Verizon is a very big company in the US, Verizon, okay. So they created a report of all the hacks. So of 80% of the hacks, 19% out of 80%, 19% were because of insider threat. So imagine 19% of 80% of the attacks were because of human beings who wanted to do negative things for the company. So this is one of the attack. And how can we protect them? We have to make sure that employees are given limited access. Employees should not know what's happening in the server room. Employees should not know what's the username password. If I give username password, it's only for his account. You cannot share the server computer's username account to your employees. You cannot do that. So give limited access to your employees. Okay, next one. Now, how to prevent cyber attacks? So there are many ways to prevent cyber attacks. Okay, the most important way, what we do now is, first one, we have to have firewalls. We should not download and install any software or app that we don't know. Okay. Sometimes we don't want to pay money and we try to download softwares and we use it. Don't do that. Number 3, try to use two-factor authentication, 2FA. Two-factor authentication means, I think you all know how username and password. You log into a computer, or let's say you want to check your mail, you go to Gmail, you type in your email address, you type in your password, you log in. That is one-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication means the moment you type your password and you are about to go in to check your mail, right? An OTP comes to your phone. So an OTP comes to your phone, and that way you check. Okay, so now when the OTP comes, it comes to your phone, and this time you are having the phone, so nobody can attack. Even if somebody knows your password, in the time to log in, right? They cannot see, because when they log in, the second factor authentication comes through your phone as an OTP, and you're able to check what's going on, and you can control it. So that's 2FA. The fourth thing is trying to tell your friends and families about this. Don't talk to your family members, try to help your father, mother, grandparents. Tell them, do not download anything that you don't know. Always use your computer. Do not use your friend's computer, your friend's computer, and don't always and never ever give any private information about your birth date, your age, or your password, anything. Don't share it online. Don't give it to anybody else. Even if somebody calls you and tells, hey, I'm calling from Krung Thai Bank, I want to know your date of birth. Can you please give me? Don't give. Krung Thai Bank doesn't do that. They never ask your birth date. They never ask your passwords. So try to teach these to the people around you, and that way everyone is safe and secure. So this is some of the ways by which you control cyber attacks. Let me tell you, cybersecurity is a very big field. if you want me to talk, I can talk about like 8 hours, 10 hours, I can talk easily because it's too many things. But since I have only, short time, so I'm just giving you just important things for you to understand what cyber attack, how to control it, and why do we need to learn it. Okay. Right. So Q&A, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'll be more than happy to answer you. Do you have any questions for me?
Oh, okay. Wait a
One second.
second. Hi.
Chakri, 1 second, please. 1 second, 1 second. Let me just answer this call. 1 second. 1 second. I'm sorry, just an urgent call. So yes, please, any questions, please ask me.
Hi, Kun Sanjit, because today is about Thai people, especially IT team, they want to working abroad. Like when they saw the news, many time India people have a job abroad too much. Oh, okay. Because you can answer the other before.
Right, right. How can I prevent URL short? You mean short URLs? Is that what you mean? Okay, so it's very simple. For example, short URLs look like this. I'll type it for you. HTTPS. Once again, I'm typing it on screen. https://bcwt.co.th. Okay, this is what a URL shortener looks like. So never ever click URL shorteners. I'll tell you why. URL shorteners it only comes from proper companies. Say for example, let's say you are you have an account with Gmail, or you have an account with Yahoo, or you have an account with Hotmail, and you're registering an account. When you register an account, sometimes the servers do not work. And when the servers do not work, what they do is they ask your phone numbers, right? So when they ask your phone numbers, they send a link to your phone. So you know it's coming from Gmail. So you know it's coming from Gmail, and you can know this is a proper URL shortener and you can use it. But when you see any URL that has weird names, like weird letters or alphabets, never touch it. Never even touch it, because the moment you click on it, it will do something that you don't know. So the only way to prevent to stop from this is just learning yourself. Every website in this world has clear name. Google has a name Google. So if any link comes from Google, it will be like Google dot etc. Right? Google.com or Google.co.th, or if it's Gmail, it's gmail.co.th. Gmail will never give a URL shortener like g.ma.il. No, it will never give. So real websites will never give URL shorteners. There is a chance they will give only when, let's say, one of their servers do not work. They would give to your phone, because if you link your phone to their service and the service doesn't work, they would give to you and you could use it. And that is secure. But automatically, if somebody gives you URL shortener, never click on it. The reason being is that URL shortener is an easy way by which you could always get tracked. You get a lot of SMS I remember one time when I was in Thailand, I received an SMS. Okay, this is for to place like some gambling. Okay, so what it said was you click on this link and you will get like 10,000 baht instantly. I did not click it. What I did was I copied that link and I had a computer. It was Sandbox. Sandbox computer means whatever I do there, it doesn't go out of the computer. It is within the computer. I checked where the link goes. So when the link went to some website, it was some gambling website. So I found out that people are hiding their real names, their real website names into these funny URL shorteners and giving it to people. So innocent people don't know what these links do. They click on it and they get trapped. Never do that. So every website in this world has clear names, follows names. If you don't see the name, stop. Don't go forward. Don't click on it. Simple. That's the only way. Did I answer your question?
Yes, I think it's clear.
Great.
Okay, the next question, please.
And thank you for your question, Mr. Somchai. What are some of the most promising trends in global cybersecurity job market that I should be aware of? Okay, there's no trend. To be honest, there is no trend. You just have to choose what you're good at. Okay, for example, like I told you, cybersecurity is big. You can be a malware engineer. You could be a network engineer. You could be an ethical hacker. I'm an ethical hacker. You could be a firewall specialist, or you could be a source code reviewer. Okay, there are many different ways by which you could contribute. You could do your best in cybersecurity. Choose one field and go with that. Because the reason I'm saying this is everything is important in cybersecurity. For example, I cannot say learn mobile apps, learn about mobile security and go. No, that's not enough. There's web security, there's network security, there's firewall security, there is enterprise security. There's many things, right? So learn just one thing and try to be the best at it and go up and up and up. And if possible, try to learn 2 or more skills. So say, for example, if you're joining in a company and the company wants, let's say you know about network security and you know about malware reverse engineering, okay? You know these 2 things. And they have a job application for network security. You would like to go for malware engineer, okay? You could always, okay, let's say if you have a second skill, you could always choose that. People in this world, when you join a company, they always like people who have different skills. So learn one skill first, be an expert, try to be at least 90% good. 90% be good in that skill, and then learn another skill. Don't keep learning everything together. It'll confuse you. Learn one skill, try to be 90%, at least 90% good, and then move on to another skill, and then you do like that. Because it's good to have more skills. It's good. Like I told, if you'd ask me, I cannot, to be honest, there's no global trend. And if somebody's telling you this is the trend, it's a lie. So everyone's saying AI is the trend, AI is the trend, right? If AI is the trend, why are you and me talking right now? Can you answer that? If AI is a trend, why is AI not, taking over you and me? Why I'm talking, why Chakri is talking, why Mr. Somchai is talking, why are you talking right now? AI can talk, right? AI is not the trend now. AI is just making your job easier. That's it. There's no trend. There's always, you have to learn. You have to see what's going on, what is available, what to do, how can you contribute. For example, when you take the police force, right? You have commissioner, you have attack force, you have SWAT, you have many things in police, right? You choose one line and you go in that. So it's like that. Okay. Choose one particular line, be 90% good. And when you're confirmed, go to another task, learn. But it's good to learn many skills. Okay, can you short explain how can we do reverse engineer? Okay, so simple thing. I made line, for example, I made Zoom, Zoom software, right? I made Zoom software so that anyone, when I give the link to anyone, everyone will get connected. Okay, and we could do video conferencing. We could share files. We could see our faces, we could chat and everything, right? I did this app. I did the software. This is closed software. Closed software means it's on open source. Open source means I show you my source code. I show the source code to my world, okay? Like everyone can see the source code. That is called open source. Closed source means I don't show the code, what's in Zoom. You know why? Zoom wants to make money. Chakri is using, this meeting has been running for 3 hours now, I think. Chakri is paying money to Zoom. Chakri is not using for free. So he's paying money to Zoom to use this software, right? So that's a closed source software. If I want to know what's going on, I do reverse engineering. Okay, so what I do is there are tools to decompile softwares. You just have to go to Google and see. There is one tool called Ghidra. I'll tell you this one. Ghidra.
EHI.
Developed by NASA. Oh, sorry, not NASA. It was developed by NSA. Sorry. Yeah. The tool there, it's called Ghidra. Okay, Ghidra is a decompiling tool that was developed by the hackers in America. NSA, National Service Agency. So they are a team of hackers, good hackers, not bad hackers, good hackers. They created this tool, Ghidra. Okay, so with this tool, you can just decompile a software and you can see what's going on. But you have to learn assembly language for that. You have to learn, first you have to know about assembly language. You have to know about assembly language. So you have to learn about assembly language first. Why? Because when you decompile software, everything becomes codes. 32-bit codes, 64-bit codes, everything. If I talk right now, I'll become too technical. Okay, so I'm just giving a simple way. When you decompile software, it turns into assembly language codes. You have to learn assembly language to understand that. Okay, Ghidra is open source. Anyone in this world can download Ghidra and start using it. But you have to know what's it going to show, right? So there's Ghidra. There's even Radar. Radar is another tool. Another tool. There's many tools. If you just Google, there is Hopper, and there's IDA, I think, IDA or something. I've used many of these tools. Okay, so but every tool does the same thing in different ways. Okay, so you just have to learn all about this. That's why I'm saying when you have an idea, if you want to be a reverse engineer, then you have to learn assembly language. Then you have to know what tool to use. Then you have to decompile those tools and learn doing it. So you cannot just download Zoom and decompile. No, go online and you'll find some some sites that teach you basic reverse engineering. Okay, small reverse engineering tips like that. Learn it, go ahead with that. I hope I answered your question. Any other question, please? What are the biggest cybersecurity risks when using cloud services like AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud? Okay, first thing, AWS, Azure, Google Cloud are secured already. Okay, secured by Amazon, by Microsoft, or by Google. Okay, but when the service is provided to you, to the user, which means when the service is provided to the user is responsible for that instance. Instance means, the word instance, INSTNC, instance. Instance means it's a remote system, and it's a remote system in a part of server. Okay, so Google Cloud or Amazon or Azure, they have instances. Instances means small operating systems that can be used by me or by any user. If I pay money for 1 month or 2 months or for a year, I could buy a system, actual working computer, not a physical computer, but a remote computer. It's called a virtual private server, VPS. We call it VPS. Okay, so I can buy that, And once I buy that, I am responsible for it, not Google, not Microsoft, or not Amazon. I am responsible to secure my instance. So what I must do first, I must install a firewall, and I must make sure that whatever I'm doing in that instance, it is secure. So every system you have has ports. Ports means the ports by which you communicate. Port 80 is the HTTP port. Port 443 is a HTTPS port. So you must secure all those ports. By how? You must install a firewall, make sure only important ports are being exposed. And after that, what you must do is you must follow some basic practice to make sure whatever you host on those VPS servers are secure. Let's say if I don't follow these steps, anyone can hack your instance. They can't hack Google. They can't hack Amazon or anything. They can hack that instance of Amazon. It's possible, yes. When I used to do, penetration testing for clients, right? I used to find AWS credentials. Okay. So there's an attack called server-side scripting. I mean, like it's SSRF. It's called server-side request. Wait a second. Request forgery. So there's an attack called SSRF. It's called server-side request forgery. So basically, what I do is, if you've hosted on a cloud and you've not properly secured it, I can tell the server to do things for me. Okay, so when I'm sending, let's say when I click on a link, okay, from my browser, right, a request goes to the server. When the request goes to the server, it tells the server what to do, and the server will give the information back to me, right? This is what happens normally. What I will do is when I'm sending the server, when I'm sending the request to the server, I send something along with the request. So I send this request and I add something else together to go to the server. And my first thing, the request will go. My second information that goes to the server will tell the server, hey, tell me your IP address. Give me some information about you. And if it's not secured, it'll give back the information to me. And I will keep on learning about it. Oh, okay, so this is the IP address. These ports are open. So I can proceed with the next steps. Once I have some basic information, I can proceed further. So this is how it happens. So basically, cloud is only secured by you. If you are weak, the cloud is weak. Simple. Okay. So always follow basic security procedures before you install anything on the cloud. You cannot just use the cloud and say, hey, cloud is, it's somewhere on the internet. I hosted this, I got hacked. How? Everything is accessible. So yeah, when you follow perfect security practices, you can always be secure. So yes. Any other questions, please?
ต่างประเทศเนาะ
Welcome.
โอ้โหอะไรวะเนี่ยจะได้คำถามเดียวก็พอแล้วเนาะ Okay, the last question,
Please.
because it's near 5 p.m. in Thailand now.
Okay. No worries, no worries. Excuse me, teacher, how can cloud services help improve cybersecurity, and what risks should organizers be aware of? Like I told you now, the same answer I gave. It's the same answer I answered for Pitaya Srila. The same question, the same answer. Cloud services are good, very good. Cloud services are good in the sense because, for example, if I host a website on my computer, okay, and if my computer breaks or if my computer crashes, I lose my service, right? But cloud doesn't happen. When you host something on cloud, let's say you host on Amazon or you host on Google or Microsoft, right? Somebody's taking care of that. Those guys are taking care of it. It's like, how to say, imagine like this. You have Big C, right? For example, you have Big C Extra, and you want to have a food shop, like a food shop of your own. So you go to the food court, and there are many food court, I mean, like the many restaurants, right? they will give a space for you. So you go to your space and you put your food shop, and you sell good things, and you sell food and everything. Let's say you cook bad food and you give the bad food to the people, and the people are not happy. Who is to blame? Is it the fault of you, or is it a mistake of Big C? It's the fault of you because you gave the bad food, right? It's the same thing with cloud services. Cloud services give you the space for you to do whatever you want, but you have to be very secure. They are secure. They will make sure that they provide like a security guard so that nobody steals your food. No, there's a watchman, right? There's a security guard at the door, right? So nobody can steal your food and run away. It's not going to happen. But when you are providing service directly to the customer, when you're serving food to the customer directly, right? You are responsible. So you have to be secure. Cloud services are always good, but you as a user, when you are using their service or hosting a service on their platform, you have to follow basic or strict secure procedures to make sure you are giving good services to your customer. Okay. So yeah. And the risk can be anything. The risk can be like I told you, ransomware attack, malware attack, anything. So whatever you host on your site, it must be secure. If I can attack your service on Amazon, I can do anything. Amazon will not care, but you are in problem. So if whatever service you're hosting on your cloud, if you make it secure, there's no risk. If you're not doing it, then there's too many risks. Any risk. Yeah, you name it, any risk. I hope I answered your question, that part. Yeah, thank you. Welcome. Any other questions, please? Since Chakri was saying that the time is running out, please let me know if there are any other questions. Then we could move forward.
Oh, okay. In the first, I want to ask to tell you about this event. The participants is the people who in the IT want to working abroad, and he
Okay.
want to improve skill. And I know you have the many knowledge of cybersecurity. So I think it's
Right.
maybe tell them to know how to, if they want to go to working abroad, such
Yes.
as America, Europe, or maybe Australia. And do
Right.
you
Right.
have the short maybe the short word maybe if they want to go to working abroad by use cybersecurity skill, what the skill
Right.
want to list to them? What if you want to go working abroad, you must learn this. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. So let me explain to you. Mr. Chakri asked me a question that many of you here are in the IT field and you want to work abroad, and
Yes.
you want to know what kind of course or what you want to study that you can get a job in, working abroad, right? The
Yes.
answer is very simple.
Mm-hmm.
Choose your, like I told you this in the beginning. Choose one particular field. What you like. Let's say I'll give you. Hold on a second. Let me do one thing. I'll 1 second, please. Give me 1 second. I'll send you. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Give me 1 second. I'm going to share this information to you. 1 second. Okay. Where is the chat screen?
อืม
So I'm sending you a list of jobs, in cybersecurity, okay? And I'll explain to you what these jobs are, just so you understand. Um, Sorry for the numbering. I think I missed the numbers. Right. 1 second. 6, 5, 6,
อืม
7. Okay, so I've given you some list of jobs. I mean, like, these are some of the jobs. Okay, like what you could do in cybersecurity. There's many more. Okay, what I'll do is I'll give you this link. Uh, So all of these jobs have special expertise. Like, for example, the number one, right? The first one is threat hunter. The threat hunter means basically you are given a computer and you're given a list of computers to check like if it was infected by a malware or if it has viruses. So that's kind of one job. Second one is red teamer. Red teamer means your job in the company is you attack your company computers like an evil man does. Your job is to attack the computers and secure them. So basically, you're doing the bad job in a good way. Okay, I'm number two. My job is like number two. So what we do is we attack the computers to show the people what would happen if you don't secure your computer. Okay, so red team are the offensive team. Okay, blue team are the defensive team. Purple team are in the middle. You must understand that red team is always offense. Red team attacks, blue defense, and purple is in the middle. Okay, so middle in the sense they know about offensive, they know about defensive as well. So I don't like defensive because I'm personally, this is my opinion. I don't like defensive because you need to know how to attack. Only then you can defend. If you don't know how to attack, how can you defend, right? That's my point. So I always choose number two. Then you have digital forensic. Number three is digital forensic analyst, which means when somebody attacks your computer, right? You try to check what happened, where the attack came from, what they did, what data was stolen. So this is very important job as well. This is very it's like when somebody kills someone, right? Like in real world, when somebody is murdered, they check what knife was used, what they check for the footprints, they check for the nails, they check for the hair and everything, right? Forensics. The same thing, like digital forensics. You check like where the attack came from, who came to the computer, what they stole, etc. So you basically choose all these ways to see. This is after the attack happened. After the attack happened, you try to check what happened and you report to your superior and do this. And fourth is malware analyst. So let's say your computer got infected by a virus or a malware. You decode the malware. You decompile the malware. You try to understand why it did like that, how it happened, how can I protect my systems like that, where it came from. So that is malware analyst. And then number five is CISO. It's a big position, not a small one. It's a big position. It's like CEO. We say CEO, right? CISO is like the chief security officer. He controls the security of your entire company. So if a CIO will tell, hey, you work this one, you be a forensic one, you this one, and they all report to the CISO. For this, you have to study more. You have to study a lot. And next one is blue teamer. Like I told you, blue teamer is defender. Like, so what you do is when somebody's attacking you, you have firewalls, you manage your firewalls, you set up rules, you try to make sure that the attack doesn't go into your system. So you do the defensive work. That's blue team. And the next one is security architect. So security architect is nothing but someone who designs security structures for your company. So for example, if I have 10 computers, 10 desktops, 4 laptops, 2 servers, 10 printers, this and that, right? So I tell them, okay, I have a firewall and put a network for these laptops. The servers should not be exposed. The server should never come to the public network. It should always be in a private network. So basically, I design a secure field, physical field. Like I use cables, I use routers, I use switches, I use a lot of things to secure all those networks. Because see, if I'm an employee, right, Chakri is the boss. Okay, I'm an employee. I don't need to know what Chakri is doing in his computer, right? Am I correct? I should not know what Chakri is typing, what Chakri's password is, I should not know, right? If I know his username and password, then there's no security. So you must always, prioritize it. So when I'm a security architect, I tell, okay, you are using this computer. This computer should not go outside of your office. It should always be in your office. You must never use this computer in the Wi-Fi, the office Wi-Fi. It's like that. You have a special Wi-Fi for you. You use a special Wi-Fi. Okay, so I tell you what to do in your company. So that's called security architect. And the number 8 is cybersecurity analyst. This is general, like you do overall check. Is there's an antivirus installed? Is the what do you call? Is the firewall installed? How are the employees? Are the employees happy, or is there any unhappy employee? Are they trying to sell data outside? Maybe there's an employee who's not happy, and he's getting all the information from the inside and selling outside. We must check all these. How? You must not allow USBs to come into the office. If I'm walking to your office, right, they must check me. If I have a USB device, if I have any camera devices, I should not bring this to office. No, stop it. Keep it outside. Do not bring USB devices, all these things. So I'm doing general security check, okay, cyber security. And next one is cloud security analyst. Cloud security analyst is basically you check your cloud. Okay, is the cloud secure? What ports are open? What is not open? What app is running? Every app you install in a server, right, it opens a port and communicates to the outer world. What it is communicating, who it's communicating to, where the information is going to, where it's coming from. You must check all this information in the cloud, right? So that is cloud security analyst. There are many more, there's too many things. I'm just giving a list for you to understand. And you can type like this. You go to Google and type like this. Go to Google and type top cyber security jobs or cyber security jobs, something like this. Type something like this and you'll get an answer. Okay, choose that and read everything. First thing is you must do homework. Homework is try to read everything, read all the jobs. Choose one job that you like. Okay, I like this one. So if I like this one, what I'm going to do, I'm going to study about this, do the course, study about this, and then apply to the company. So once you study the course and you got some certificate, you're ready, right? Then try to do some projects locally, okay, and then showcase online. Make a YouTube video or showcase in Instagram or post in what is there? I don't like social media myself, so I don't go to social media. Facebook. Then a lot of things, right? Just post it there. Try to sell who you are. Try to show the world what you do, what you have been learning and everything. So slowly people will know about you. Oh, okay, this guy's doing this. This guy's doing that. Oh, this guy learns this. He has the certification, right? Once you do this, then apply. Make a LinkedIn account. Have a LinkedIn account, and then start applying jobs to those countries. If you want to work in London, now get a list of IT companies in London. Check for the cybersecurity roles. Apply for that role and wait.
Okay.
Don't apply for one company. Apply for 100 companies. You believe me, it's true. They will not accept you right away. Maybe 90 companies will say no to you, and then finally they'll say yes. Number one, the last one, the very important one. Okay, no matter how you study, no matter what you do, learn to speak English. If you don't know to speak English, it's very difficult, because without knowing English, it's hard for you to go and survive. So try to learn English, talk a lot. If you have time, let's say if me and Chakri are in a session, right? Talk to me. Don't just type messages. Talk to me. I'm not going to come and kill you, right? I'm not going to say, hey, why are you talking to me like this? I'm not going to say like that. Talk to me. Even if you're making a mistake, I can help you. Learn to talk to people. Don't just type. It's not going to help. Typing is easy. Everyone can type. But the more you talk, the more you are selling yourself, people will like you. if I keep on chatting, right, I don't know about you. Am I correct? If I keep on chatting, I don't know about you. I don't know what you are. Are you a good person or a bad person? What do you like? What do you don't like? I don't know. So always learn to talk. Don't feel shy. Don't feel scared. This world likes people who are strong here and who are smart. Then number two is your skill. Number one is your appearance, how you sell yourself, how you talk and everything. Number two is your skill. Your skill doesn't come number one. No, it doesn't happen like that. So because if nobody knows who you are, how are they going to accept you? Am I correct? Even if you have skills and you don't know what to talk and what to do, you can't go away. So two things important. Learn how to communicate and learn important skill. And once you learn one skill, learn 90%, go to another skill. Okay. So good luck. And if you have any questions, please feel free. And thank you so much, Mr. Chakri. And thank you for everyone who asked me this question. I know Chakri is running out of time, so I don't want to put pressure onto him. ขอบคุณครับ
โอเคขอบคุณมากเลยครับสวัสดีครับ Okay, thank you so much. Next time I think I can speak with you, chatting with you in line if I have any next project and appointment, or maybe I talk with คุณดนตยิป first. And คุณดนตยิป maybe tell you about the project after.
Please. Thank you so much. I'm more than happy to come and join your team. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Khan. I log off now. ขอบคุณมากครับ and take care. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Bye bye.